Mondays. Hello and welcome everyone to AARP Wellness Mondays. It's almost Cinco de Mayo and we're celebrating a little early. And I wonder how many people really know what Cinco de Mayo stands for and why we're celebrating. And for many of us, it means an opportunity perhaps to get together with family, enjoy some good food, and maybe there's a taco or two involved. But the true history of Cinco de Mayo is this was a battle that happened in the town of Puebla back in 1862. And it was a moment in time that for the Mexican army, there was a very small contingent and they won the battle against a much larger French army. And it was a boost to the morale to the Mexican army, the Mexican people. And so the city of Puebla celebrates Cinco de Mayo to this day. And how do they celebrate it? With good food, arts, and maybe even some reenactments of the actual battle. And some people confuse Cinco de Mayo with another important national Mexican history, their Independence Day, but that doesn't happen until September 16th. So today we're celebrating Cinco de Mayo a little early. And I'm thrilled to be celebrating with Chef M and his lovely guest today, Bella. And they're going to introduce themselves in a little while, but Chef M is the amazing chef at Latin House Grill, and he's well renowned for the lovely dishes that he cooks up every day, but also for many of his appearances on food shows and the Food Network. But again, he's going to tell us a little bit about that. And so as we're using today to celebrate and learn an amazing recipe that Chef M is going to prepare for us momentarily, I also want to take this moment to share that we are just beginning now to emerge from the COVID-19 pandemic and seeing light at the end of the tunnel. And so for many of us, this year and a half of social isolation, practicing social distancing, we may have not paid attention to our physical health or our mental well-being as much as we have liked. A lot of folks have suffered loss in some way. So we want to encourage everyone that if you're looking for tips, resources, or just general information on how you can get your fitness back on track, get some nutrition back on track, and maybe find some tips or resources if you've been feeling a little anxious or a little depressed or know someone in your family or friends that may benefit from this type of information, come visit us at aarp.org/healthy living, and you'll get some good information there. But now, without further ado, it really is truly my pleasure to welcome back, bienvenido, Chef M, to the AARP Wellness Mondays. How are you, Chef M and Bella? Welcome. Take it away. What are you cooking for us today? Hey, Chef M, I think we're having a problem with your audio. I can't hear you. Let's try this again. Sometimes this happens.
See if the mute.
There you are. Welcome.
Right.
Now we can hear you. Yes.
Okay. Let's see if we can get it right on the third one. But we are so excited to be here today. We're doing our Cinco de Mayo celebration.
Hey, Chef M, I think we lost the audio again. Let's try that one more time. We're going to give Chef M a moment. He's trying to get his audio back. It's on the wrong camera. Check what camera it's on. Bear with us, folks, for everyone who's joined us. We're just having a little technical difficulties.
Can you hear me?
There you go. There you go. You're back
okay,
with
guys,
us.
We're not touching any buttons. Let's not breathe. And let's make sure this works here. So it's Cinco de Mayo. We wanted to celebrate. We wanted to bring you guys something authentic, something fresh, and something that you can do beforehand. You can actually bring it to the beach, bring it to the park, bring it to the family picnic. And I wanted to kind of showcase just how simple, and also by using the fresh ingredients that we're going to use today, that you can put this together. And also you can make it as hot as you want, as spicy as you want, or just kind of keep it on the mellow side. So with me today, I have my wonderful partner in crime. This is Bella, my wife, and Chef Bella. She is my kind of the inspiration to everything that I've done in cooking. We started in a food truck with my mom, Chef Chuchi, with you guys met last week. And it was us three on that food truck 12 years ago. When we first met, I really didn't have a lot to be able to take her out or do things or all the wonderful things Miami has to offer. So what did we do? We stayed home and we cooked. And what did we make? We made sauces. We made sauces. We made spices. We created Aguachile. This is a very authentic Mexican typical dish. And Bella's going to go over the ingredients of what we're going to be using today. So, Bella.
Well, the most important ingredient will be the shrimp. We recommend it to really get it.
Hey, Chef M, Yvette is back on to let you know that I think we lost sound again.
Yeah. Can you hear, guys?
Okay, there you are. You're back again.
Okay, it's weird what's going on, but so we apologize. So freshly squeezed lime juice is important, not the store bottle type. You want to make sure you grab the limes. You want to make sure you go through it. It's actually a good stress relief to be able to squeeze all the juice out of these things. And we have?
Then we have the red onion, cucumbers, and you can add as many things as you want. We also opted to add a little bit of mango. We have the jalapenos.
Chef M. Yeah. Chef M, if I can interrupt for one quick second, our technical folks have told us to put the sound on your second camera and not your mobile, and that might help with the sound quality.
But that's where the mic is on.
Okay.
The mic is on the second camera, and but it's showing, and we're getting a really bad echo over here with the second camera.
Okay.
So turn that mic off. It is off. Okay. Now we turned off the front one. How does this sound, guys?
You're sounding really good. I think this is the third part is the charm.
You're gonna have some technical difficulties. You gotta push forward.
That's right. We keep it moving.
Sometimes you're gonna hit some bumps and along the way. So we got through the shrimp, the freshly squeezed lime juice, the red onion, cucumbers, red onion, and a little bit of sweetness with the mangoes. For the spice level, we're going to be using jalapenos. If you really want to spice it up, you can grab the habaneros. That's just my personal preference, but you can keep this very light with the jalapenos. Avocados, salt and pepper. So pretty much, let's start. Let's get started. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the limes, show you guys how to pick the limes. Whenever you go to the store, if you guys can see these two right here, the shinier and smoother the lime, the more juice it's going to have, and the thinner the skin is. That's your juicy lime. When it's like this and it's dull and thick, these are going to be non-juicy limes. So as you're picking them, make sure you go through it. You're going to cut them in half, and then you're going to put a little tiny wedge on the top. Cut them in half again. You're going to put them face down with the open side onto the top and squeeze. I really like doing this, almost kind of like as a punishment throughout the day. We have to do gallons of this lime juice, and it's you get the Popeye forearms. You can pretend that if you're upset with someone, you can kind of release that tension. If ever Bella is upset with me, she goes into the kitchen and she squeezes limes. So I don't know what she's thinking when she's squeezing it, but I know that she squeezes a lot of lime. A lot. All right, so this is the basic setup here. Now you're gonna see you don't want to over squeeze your limes. Here's another little secret wise. The limes themselves, all the sauce on the inside is beautiful. It's perfect. That's what you want to use. Once you start getting to the rind and you squeeze the rind where it releases those essential oils, that's going to kind of cut the lime juice.
Bitter.
And it's going to make it bitter. Believe it or not, it's going to change the whole profile of the dish. So squeeze it just enough to get the inner lime out. All right, so we're going to do a couple more limes here just for you guys to see. What's the next step?
I'm going to go ahead and get the shrimp.
Okay. Now, on the shrimp, you can buy the shrimp peeled. You can buy the shrimp deveined. You can buy it head on. Whatever your preference is how much work you're going to have to do. In this case here, we have peeled devein, but with the tail on. So what you want to do is you want to remove the tail, and you want to take a small knife, which is right here, and you want to follow that line on the shrimp. All right, babe, what was the first time that you can remember of making aguachile with your family in Mexico?
Wow, since I remember, maybe 8.
8 years old. So this is something that you guys would do like at special events, or is this something like
a weekend thing as an appetizer, or when we used to go to the park, my mom would take it to the park, and it's something that we would do as a family. Since it cooks in lime, you don't need to have any heat or anything to cook. It's on lime.
Now, what's really nice about this is that you don't have to have any type of grill. You don't need a fire. You're cooking it with the actual lime juice. And a lot of people get confused. Ceviche. What's the difference between ceviche and aguachile? On a ceviche, you want to have the lime do the work, preferably at least 4 to 5 hours. Best ceviche to me is overnight. Aguachile, you want to take the lime juice and you want to prepare the aguachile, and you're actually serving it immediately or within the first few hours. So I like to call aguachile kind of like Mexican sushi. That's pretty much what it is.
Wait. We're going to put it in a shallow. This is already deveined butterfly. So you want to put this in a shallow dish so it can cook evenly.
Move it forward, maybe. This is what you do when you butterfly. Turn it into a beautiful little heart. You don't want to split the top of the head, and you don't want to split the tail on it. But what you're doing here by butterflying it, you're making it easier, one, for the lime juice to penetrate the shrimp, and two, it's going to cook a lot faster because it's not going to be as thick. So you want to put those down on the plate. You want to squeeze enough lime juice to make sure that you completely cover the actual shrimp.
And extra juice for the actual sauce. So you need juice for this and juice for the jalapeno.
Okay, so I'm going to keep on squeezing limes. You keep on putting the shrimp. Onions. Do you use, here we have red onions. Can you use also Spanish onion, sweet onion, Vidalias, or is red onion the preferred?
Yes, but this is like the red onion is the one that has like a really good flavor with the lime. But I'm pretty sure you can use any onion you want.
Okay. Guys, if you guys hear that feedback, my apologies. There is a very, very bad echo from us, so we're hearing our voice 3 times as we speak, and I'm trying to wait before we hear it back. But if you are hearing it, thank you for your patience with us. Okay, so this is what you want it to look like on the dish. This is what it wants to see. You want a nice, even layer of shrimp on the bottom of the actual dish for you to pour the lime juice on top. Here, we're going to pour it on top. Beautiful. We're going to put that here now. Move it over.
You can actually put it in the fridge so it stays cold.
So shrimp is done and for the first step, and it gets put into the cold. We're going to take the onion, basic onion setup. You're going to cut it in half. Take the ends off. And then you're going to have it set up kind of a nice little thin cut like this finished here.
The thinner the better, so the actual juice penetrates and cures the onions.
Okay, because you're actually cooking the onion with the lime juice also, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so this is your friend is the lime juice. That's why you need a lot of it. The lime juice itself is going to cook the shrimp, cook the onion, kind of pickle the cucumbers, and then give you that nice little sweet and sour against the actual mangoes. Now, here we're using an English cucumber. Can you use a regular cucumber for this?
Yes. Just usually the regular cucumbers have a lot of water, and you have to cut them in half and take the inside out. This is seedless. It has very little water. You see the heart? It's hardly any seeds or any water in it.
Okay.
So to me, this works better.
All right, so you're going to peel the cucumber. You can use a peeler. You can use your knife. Try to get as close to it so that you're just kind of taking off that first rough edge. You can also get creative with this, and you can kind of go one yes, one no, one yes, one no, and give you some nice colors. And then for cutting wise,
Diagonal so you can get a big pieces.
So the goal is you want to go at an angle like this, and you want to create these beautiful pieces like this of the cucumber. And these we're going to use now to actually put on. Do we put lime juice on the cucumbers also now or no?
No, cucumbers will be last.
Okay. All right, perfect. Now, I remember the first time we made aguachile. We were doing the food truck, and we were on South Beach Food and Wine, and we had I thought we were making ceviche, and you're like, no, you had a surprise for me because you started actually adding a bunch of jalapenos, and I was introduced to aguachile, and to me, I love the fact that it's so portable. They can go in a cooler. You can eat it anywhere on the boat. You can eat it on the beach. You can eat it at home, and the fact that we could eat it before. You can prep everything before, and you have nothing to do. Your guests arrive, you're just ready to go.
And it's super healthy, perfect for Wellness Mondays.
Wellness Mondays, 0 carbs here, guys, except for the mango. If you leave the mango out, you literally have the perfect 0 carb, kind of almost a keto Mexican ceviche. So these are jalapenos. They are your kind of, I would say maybe like a 2 or 3 in the heat level of the Mexican peppers. They get hotter if you leave the seeds inside. So when you slice your jalapeno, you're going to have, there you go, you're going to have this white membrane inside with all these little white seeds. I like the seeds because I love the heat. But if you don't and you prefer to just have that flavor, you can remove all the seeds and all the membrane, and you actually release a lot of the heat. Most of your heat in the jalapeno is right here in the middle. La vena se llama. La vena for us non-Spanish speakers. I call myself non-Spanish speaker because my Spanish is so bad, but I think I've gotten a lot better in my Spanish. Absolutely. Okay, so we're going to put, for a batch of about 1.5 pounds, we're going to put 2 jalapenos or 3 to make it?
No, I would do 4.
4. All right. Now, guys, she's Mexican. 4 jalapenos for her is like ketchup for you and I. Being Cuban, being American, maybe like 1. Definitely try it. Less is more. Make it, add 1. You can always add more jalapeno. You can always make it hotter. But once you've gone over the edge, there's no coming back.
Well, you can also leave the sauce on the side and then serve it without a sauce, and then people can just adjust it to
the heat level. Okay, perfect. So we're going to make a nice hot sauce here. And we're going to use all of the seeds. Perfect. Okay, what else am I putting into the sauce?
Just lime juice.
Lime juice, jalapenos.
Yep, a little more.
Okay. A little salt.
Haven't done yet.
Okay.
You can go ahead.
So this is going to be the magic of TV sauce. We're going to have it on. Beautiful. Gorgeous color. Look at that color. Absolutely beautiful. Another thing about working with jalapenos, if you guys are sensitive, make sure that you wear gloves. Make sure that you're washing your hands. Make sure you don't touch your face, your eyes, or your loved ones after dealing with this, because I promise you that you will be remembered. Okay, so where's the actual sauce? We have it all made. Okay. Beautiful. Now, avocados. These are Hass avocados. Hass avocados are very different than the Florida avocados, which us here and down in Florida are used to. They're smaller. They look as if they are ripe because of the color, so they lose a lot of their green. And you see them actually, when they are ready, it's almost like a dark brown color.
You can check by this right here.
That little tip on the end is the way.
If it's green, the avocado is green. If it's ready, you will see a little bit brownish.
Okay, so as soon as you see it, it's green. You're going to open it up, and that's what you should receive right there. Beautiful, green, small little seed for the avocado. Now, on the avocado, are we going to mix it in, or is it going to be on top of?
It'll be on top with the cucumber.
Okay, so let's bring everything out. Let's start plating one by one.
Let's see if they're ready. Little pinkish.
Little trick for the seed. Don't do this at home.
Avocado hand.
It's called avocado hand. Put it in, pull out the knife, the seed will stick to the knife. My mom hates it when I do that, so definitely don't do that at home. Okay, as you can see now, the shrimp is already starting to turn translucent, and very, you can kind of see here. See that nice little whiteness on the bottom? That means that the lime juice is starting to do its magic.
You want them almost pink.
When it's pink is when you know that it's ready. When it's white, you know that it's actually working and that it's starting to cook. So we're going to continue.
Some restaurants actually start making your order as they get the order, and they actually serve it like this, like almost raw.
It's personal preference. To me, as long as I tell myself I'm eating sushi, I'm usually okay, and I can eat it at any level of when it comes out. But when I first started eating it, I couldn't, to be 100% honest with you, because I love ceviche. I think ceviche is amazing. But aguachile is something that you have to kind of mentally prepare yourself for, that it's just like a sushi. You're having the lime juice kind of beginning. You're at about a 50% par cooked onto the shrimp. You're adding the cucumber. You're adding the avocados. You're adding the mangoes, the red onion. And then you're going to build all of that on kind of a lot of different vehicles. The most classic Mexican way is a tostada. Okay, so what is a tostada? Tostadas are corn tortillas that have been pre-cooked and fried. You can buy these at your local store. You can find them in the international section of any supermarket. And it's a thick corn tortilla that is flat and extremely hard, and they do great to build up on.
They take the weight.
They take the weight, they take the juice, they take everything. And if you've ever had a tostada de tinga, which is the shredded chicken, tostada de ceviche, tostada de camarón, de enchilado, de jamón, it's pretty much a base. I think this is the Mexican version of Cuban bread. Pretty much. Tortillas, yes.
Well, they have fried tortilla.
This is a fried version or a grilled version. Now, I also like using crackers, which are just your regular saltines. You can find these in every home. Just ask your grandmother. She'll know where they're at. Most of the time when you open up the can, though, there's not crackers inside. It's either rice or beans or something else. And then you also have the chips, of course, that you can build it up with.
Which is the same as tostada, but
it's also a thinner corn than they use for tostada, so they can't actually hold as much. All right, so now we're going to build.
We're going to do the onions now.
Okay.
So the onions take a little bit to cure.
The same thing with the onions. You want them in the juice, and you want them to go over. I'm going to show you guys now. We're going to lift the plate so you can kind of see. This is all personal choice of how much of each ingredient you want to use. You can have fun with this. You can bring the kids, since you're not dealing with any heat, and there's no hot oil, and you're not dealing with the stovetop. This is an awesome dish to bring the family over, bring the kids, and have them help you. And you're also eating healthy. So as you're building, you can try to see if they can eat a cucumber or a mango. Definitely don't give them a red onion. I don't know if that would work very well. They probably won't eat too much of it afterwards. Okay, so red onion. Cucumbers.
We're going to go with the salt.
Salt and pepper. You salt, I'll do the cucumbers.
Salt and pepper is, to taste.
Now, the pepper is just black pepper, correct?
Black pepper.
Okay.
Which ceviche doesn't have, but this gives it the aguachile.
All right. So, again, when you're plating, have fun with it. I like to go with the traditional kind of flour, which you see in the Mexican kitchens. I think it's beautiful. I think it's very traditional. And I think it pays homage to the wonderful cuisine that is Mexican cuisine here. I love it. It's gorgeous. As she's salting my hands. Mangoes, I didn't know you could put mangoes on aguachile until recently. We took a trip. And we went to this amazing restaurant, and we saw mangoes. And I talked to the chef, and it's actually very, very typical to add mango in different parts of regions in Mexico. Now, in different regions in Mexico, you're going to find that they add different ingredients to it. They'll do it with fish. They'll do it with octopus. They'll do it with shrimp. even thinly cut lobster. They can kind of do it with
scallops. I said with scallops.
Scallops. That sounds yummy. Definitely scallops sounds yummy. All right, so this is kind of, again, what you want it to look like.
Oh, it's almost done. It's not done yet.
No, of course, we're not there yet. But as you can see, the shrimp is starting to change color. You see the juices doing their work. It's just, I think it's beautiful. It's one of those dishes that you show up to a party with this dish, and I promise you, you're going to be the hit of the show.
And if you like it well cooked, you don't have to eat it like this. You just leave it in the fridge for 1 or 2 hours, and it should be super pink.
Make it in the afternoon. Put saran wrap over the top of it. Throw it in the fridge. Or actually, you can do it deconstructed. You can get a Tupperware, make it super easy. Add the lime juice, add the shrimp, and add the red onion. Put that aside. And then cut the cucumbers, put it in a Ziploc, bring that with you, the mangoes, bring everything else with you. And you can actually build it at the party, or build it at the beach, or at the pool, or on the boat. On the boat, definitely. We're in Miami. There should be a boat involved somewhere. I say yes. Now, this is the sauce that you can either put it on or you can save it as a side. We love to kind of eat it with everything on, pour it on. So would you do the honors of pouring it while I lift it up here? Kind of give it a nice little circle here. Gorgeous. That's what you want to go with. Wow. I am salivating how ridiculous this sounds.
It smells delicious.
And it smells amazing.
It smells so good.
It is hot, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to lie to you. With those seeds of those jalapenos, you are definitely looking at something that it spices. It gives you that extra kick. But that lime juice, the avocados, the marriage of everything together is just absolutely incredible. Now, speaking of jalapenos, the first sauce that we made ever was candy jalapeno. All right, so 12 years ago, on the truck, we were on the food truck, we were making tacos, we made carne asada tacos, that was the first taco, and we were sitting there and there was nobody coming by and we were making them, and we were kind of seeing what could we separate ourselves from. So we made a candy jalapeno, which was amazing. We did a mango habanero, which was incredibly spicy, but sweet and spicy. And actually, to this day, those two sauces are still available at the restaurant. We do have a ceviche at the restaurant, which is a combination of Mexican and Peruvian. But the aguachile, I think we're going to have to bring a little aguachile to the restaurant for a weekend special. All right, so now we're going to build the tostada before we're done. We have a little time left right here. So this is what you want to do. You want to grab some shrimp, some onions. Absolutely beautiful. You want to grab some avocado, a little piece of mango, a little mango action, and some little sauce on top. Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, tostada aguachile, Latin house style, brought to you by myself, Chef M, Bella, my wife, and everyone over at the Latin House family. We thank you, AARP, for sharing this time with us. This is as wellness as you can get as far as eating healthy and kind of keeping that system nice and fresh. It's about healthy living, eating fresh, nothing frozen, and spicing it up a little bit. So if you don't mind, I'm going to take a bite. Back to you guys.
Chef M, you're making us all literally salivate. I could almost smell the chile. Thank you so much. That looks so amazing. It actually looks really refreshing, like a cool, refreshing thing to eat on a hot summer day. So again, thank you, Chef M. Thank you, Bella. Bella, I don't think I realized that you were the wife. So wow, we had an amazing husband and wife team. So thank you to you both. I especially like the tips around how to recognize a ripe avocado and ripe lime. For us non-chefs, those small details are important. So to all who were with us today, we want to thank you for sharing a little bit of your time with us. I hope that you enjoyed this episode of AARP Wellness Mondays with Chef M. I want to remind you all that we will be back next Monday, and Chef M is going to be cooking a delicious meal from Mi Isla del Encanto, Puerto Rico. So plantain. So I cannot wait. That should be really yummy. So I invite you all to join us again. Come back same time, 1 o'clock on Monday for the stuffed plantains. And I would also have you check the chat feature there. If there isn't a link there for a survey, we will send out a survey after this event so that if you registered for this event, you'll get a survey so you can share with us your thoughts and ideas on how do you think it went. And I would just say again, many thanks. That looks beautiful. By the way, you have some folks from Jacksonville, Florida, who say they want to come and do some taste testing. And do you deliver? So thank you guys, and see you next Monday.
We'll see you.
Thank you guys.
Thank
Mad
you.
love.